Robert Rose of DCG Digital Clarity Group. And what was interesting about this post, Robert, big data and marketing, it's a trap. I love it. I love the post. Talk about this a little bit more.
You know, it's funny. I often think about data. You know, data never converted one customer. In my entire life, of my 20 years in marketing, data has never converted one customer. It's always our wonderful content, our compelling message, the things that we are doing out there to make a relationship with a customer that converts it. Data doesn't do anything other than give us insight, hopefully, into how to improve the process of what we're doing. And so access to more of it isn't necessarily a good thing. We already don't take advantage of the data that we have, so just giving us a big pile more of it isn't necessarily going to make us a great marketer.
We talk about big data, and so big data is the buzzword for a lot of different things, for business analytics, for data warehousing, for it's sort of a catch-all.
For storage companies
it's
as well,
basically the new movement that is going to get people excited about the potential of not only massive volumes of data, but also the ability to crunch through it in a practical way and ideally apply it, you know, within the context of a campaign or an experience or within a store. So the idea is pretty cool. But the irony is that I don't think as marketers we've gone wanting for data. So maybe focusing on the tool is not as important as focusing on the goal and what the campaign's trying to do and the story that you're trying to tell, and then using the data to do a better job with it. Isn't that the case, Robert? Is that we got to sort of put the cart before the horse, so to speak, that data can help us do all those things that marketers are focused on better, but it's not just about getting more and better data.
Absolutely. I mean, the real challenge, and the reason I wrote the post, was because we already don't take advantage to its fullest extent the data that we have. You know, by many accounts, we take advantage of maybe 5 or 10 or 15% of the capabilities of web analytics. You know, testing and targeting are the sexiest thing that nobody ever does. And you know, looking at things like conversion metrics and measuring customers using data all the way through the customer life cycle is something that's rarely, if ever, done. And so we should, as marketers, be taking advantage of what we already have to improve the story and the content that we're generating, rather than the distraction of saying, okay, well, there's this new, you know, cool outfit called big data here, and this is all of a sudden going to magically transform us into sort of effective marketing people. That's why I wrote that it's a trap. Because many times marketers are being, you know, there's this prerequisite of ROI these days. Before we can actually do anything innovative or before we can tell a new story or try something new, we have to sort of go through this prerequisite exercise of saying, is it going to provide ROI? Well, no, ROI is a result. It's not a prerequisite. And so if we're going to try new things, we've got to be creative. We've got to be exercising that part of our brain. And more data is not necessarily going to help us do that.